Students, welcome back from winter break, even the extended winter break that you had. We have a couple weeks here before the end of semester, and there are some important parts we want to make sure that you will all understand as we come back from winter break. First, and the most important aspect we need to talk about is mask. Obviously, it's very well known. COVID numbers are on the rise. It is entirely important that we wear masks correctly. Anytime that you're in a room with others, anytime that there's other people, we have to make sure that we are wearing our masks appropriately. The only time that you could take your mask off is in the cafeteria when you are eating and when you're leaving and outside of the building. Once you're inside the building in classrooms and hallways, masks need to be worn appropriately. As a demonstration for you, masks need to be covering your mouth and nose at all times. This is not wearing a mask. Not appropriate, at least. We'll give every student a correction. If you are still not wearing your mask appropriately, we'll be asking you to leave our building for insubordination. We cannot risk, and we do not want to go back remote. And that is another real possibility if numbers go up within our building. There's a possibility of remote learning. So students, I want to make sure there's two things you understand with that. First, your teachers will go over this with you. You need to accept all of your Google Classroom invites. So please make sure that you go in and approve and accept those invites. If we go to remote learning, you'll need to access your Google Meet links in each of your Google Classrooms for live instruction. The next part I want to discuss is if you should come to school. If you are sick, we advise you to stay home. If in the past 24 hours you have the following symptoms, we're requesting that you stay home. If you have a cough, shortening of breath, a loss of taste or smell, or a fever of 100.4 or more, we encourage you to please stay home. Further, if you have two or more of the following symptoms, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, again, we advise you to please stay home. We care about every staff member and student in this building, and we want to make sure that we stay open for live learning. Again, if numbers get too high, it could be a possibility of going to remote. So please do your part, check your symptoms, and always wear your mask. Students, when you open up your class link page, you'll find a couple important apps we want to be clear as we start back here from winter break. First, somewhere on your class link, you'll find the app Student Codebook. This will give you, by clicking on it, all of your rights and responsibilities as a student in Racine Unified School District. When you click on this link, it'll take you right to the code book. Now, over the next several weeks, we'll be discussing parts of this and responsibilities as being a student in an RUSD school. Some of this we have already gone over. Other parts you might want to be inclined to research, but if you jump right to page 7, you'll find your rights and responsibilities. This is the rights that you have and the responsibility that you have by being a student here at Park High School. It's entirely important that you understand and know this part of the code book. Obviously, this is 44 pages long. As you go through, it'll also give you details when you have a violation, to what level consequence it can go up to. I know a lot of students have talked to me about why would that be an expulsion? Well, a level 5 response is a suspension with a recommendation of an expulsion. As you go through, you'll see that fives will exist anytime that there's a large enough disruption that impedes the learning of others. Also in the student code book, as you scroll through, you will also find the RUSD dance policies. Obviously, right now, the next big dance coming up will be prom coming in May. This will detail exactly the policy you need to follow if you plan on attending RUSD and the Rotary's post-prom. So please, students, make sure that you start following these guidelines, your rights and responsibilities. Your advisory teacher will be going over and making sure all of you have access